So in honor of the hypothetical questions that we have going on later today, and some of the what ifs we're asking, Matt, unfortunately, this question isn't necessarily for you. It is for you though, Matthew. Um, we have the Goob Bowl coming up this week. Me and Matthew are facing each other in fantasy football, first round of the playoffs. In a very, very competitive league, Matthew's first time in the league. I have a question for you, Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
Today is Tuesday. If you were to wake up on Wednesday morning, tomorrow morning, to news that I had passed away, would you set your lineup?
Would I set my lineup?
Yeah, would you let me
Oh,
win?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bro, that's an easy win. I'm moving on. Yeah. Welcome back to another episode of 101 The Goo. We're here for episode 3939. And guess what? We're so happy. We're happy we made it to 39. We did it. We couldn't have done it without you. Go check us out on TikTok. Go check us out on Spotify or YouTube and all of the respective things. Click those buttons. Click the bell. Hit the bell. Hit the subscribe.
Nice.
I'm Matthew.
I'm Bailey.
I'm Matt.
And that's how we start off every episode.
Yeah, we do that every time.
It is episode 39. That's crazy. I'm super, super excited to be here. As Matthew said, no one thought we could ever make 39 episodes of a podcast, yet here we are, aren't we, guys? Today we're going to be talking about some of the big free agent news that came out of Philadelphia and some other places, and also talk about some fun little what-if questions for the back half of the episode. Before we get into that, though, I'm curious, deeply curious. Matthew, how are you guys doing today? No, we can't do silent bits. No silent bits.
That one's for the listeners.
That one was me telling Matt, like, you go ahead, go first. But then he just did it again. So. That was pretty good.
I'm good. I've been chilling, working, schooling, doing my thing, playing some Elden Ring, DLC.
I heard you were up a little bit late trying to beat a boss.
I was. Me and dear Tony were trying to beat a boss for about 3 hours up till about 6 a.m. 5 a.m. his time. So that's okay. Yeah, we beat him. Golden Hippopotamus, if you're listening, go fuck yourself. God.
Hate that guy.
God.
No, that's sweet though. Elden Ring's it's a good game. And to dive back in and do some of the DLC bosses is always really exciting. But yeah, I'm doing well as well. I have been playing through The Witcher 3. I picked back up Tears of the Kingdom on my Switch. So just kind of playing some games, chilling, and, keeping up with sports. Yeah. What about you, Bailey? How are you?
I'm good. I appreciate you asking. That being said, I'm doing all right. I've been playing Red Dead 2. Been trying to get into that. That's been a good time so far. And then work's just been pretty intense recently with it being holiday season and whatnot. But I had a nice little long weekend. Got to play some games with the boys. Got to take some time off, spend some time with Ashley. Yeah, all things are good. Junimo got her went to the groomers today, so she's a little bit she's still a little bit rattled, but she looks wonderful as always.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. Good vibes around here in the Harnish household. Not so good vibes. I know you were talking about keeping up with sports, Matthew. Matt, who'd have thunk at the beginning of the season? I mean, I guess I figured me and you might be in the same boat as Pats and Colts fans. I thought we'd both kind of be middle of the pack teams this year.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I didn't want to step on any toes if you had brought stuff for later about the Colts, but Phillip Rivers,
No,
44-year-old, signed to the Colts practice squad, hasn't
he's
played since 2021.
he is a Colt. Some stories have come out. He was running the Indianapolis playbook at his high school team when he was coaching high school. Yeah, I mean, it's something. I think there are a few veteran QBs I would have reached out to beforehand. I think they obviously reached out to Andrew first, Andrew Luck. Um, Cam Newton, I probably would have had that conversation before I had the conversation with Philip Rivers. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the thought process is. We'll see if he actually plays. I think he will.
Yeah,
Daniel Jones gone down with a Achilles injury is brutal. I mean, and I'm not trying to be some like, oh, told you so type of thing, but you're playing on a broken leg. He had a fractured tibia. You're more likely to hurt your other leg playing on an injured leg than you are to fully break the rest of that leg. And yeah, he ends up tearing his Achilles. I understand he's playing for a contract, playing for that payday and everything. Just would have liked to see him protect his health and not go down with something that's going to derail his career now. We've seen some older quarterbacks go down with Achilles injuries recently. Kirk Cousins has been, he can't put any power in his throws anymore. Like these are all real issues when you talk about those Achilles injuries. And
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
just
I mean, if you have enough ayahuasca, you heal right up. Like
that
Aaron
is
Rodgers.
true. Yeah, I mean, because he hasn't lost a step.
Not at all.
No, he's still in his
He also
prime.
hasn't gotten the vaccine.
He has a step. Do you
He's
think
crazy.
44-year-old Phillip Rivers is the answer to the Colts' problem?
No, but I also don't think Daniel Jones was the answer to the Colts' problem. You know,
People liked him,
people liked,
kinda.
yeah, and I think that if this is the thing that was needed to stop the Colts from extending Daniel Jones to a large contract, then of course I'm not hoping for anyone to get hurt. But I'll take that side of it at least, because I was very scared of a Geno Smith-esque 3 or 4 year deal at like $30 million a year that was just gonna sink us, because this was a 1 year run for Jones. I really, really think that. I don't think that he's shown me any improvement in his decision making or his footwork or anything that has led me to believe that he's actually developed and not just more protected in a better system.
Not everyone can be Drake May, unfortunately.
MVP frontrunner Drake May, that is.
I love that guy. He's a stud. I want to be friends with him.
Yeah, he
Have
could
him on
pass.
the podcast.
Yeah, we could get him on the podcast.
Be cool. Reach out.
I think that the podcast here could use some positivity, but even more than us, definitely the Philadelphia Eagles, who popped their positivity bunny after their loss to the LA Chargers. Matthew, what's happening in Philadelphia right now, dude?
I don't know. Something's broken. Something's not working. Quite frankly, it's disheartening. I was doing chores while I was watching the game, and they'd be doing good, and Saquon's running the ball, and AJ Brown's catching it sometimes, and you know, I look up and I'm like, I start to stand up, and I get into the game, and then interception, and then I go back to chores, and then I'm like, okay, all right, we're bringing it back, interception. Ask me how the game ended.
How'd the game end?
Interception.
Yeah.
So, you know, something's wrong. Something's not going well. But that's okay. It's fine. I'll be okay. There's always next week.
Kinda.
I don't know if I'm grateful for the Colts fall apart happening before the playoffs. In a weird way, I don't think I could take an Orion throws home in the playoffs. My heart might sink. Man, that would suck. So hopefully we just miss the playoffs and we don't even have to deal with the build up for it. Let the Chiefs in there in the 7th seed anyways. See what happens. Come on, get funky.
Get a little crazy.
Patriots on top.
Do you think they're a real Super Bowl contender, or do you think they might get? Do you think they're just how young they are? I just feel like they might. Playoffs is a different game.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a wait and see sort of thing, but I mean, the turnaround from last year and the past couple of years is enough for me as a Patriots fan to have hope in Drake May and what this team.
You don't see it
for
as
sure.
Super Bowl or bust though. You don't. If you get the 1 seed, you land at the 1 seed at the end of the season. Usually, 1 seed, their goal and objective is Super Bowl, obviously.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't see an AFC Championship run that went well as a loss on the season, then.
I wouldn't.
Okay, I'm in the same place with the Patriots as well. I obviously, if they make it to the Super Bowl, I'm not going to be surprised, but I don't think that like there's some team that has the expectations of need a Super Bowl right now. Not just because of their age, though.
Yeah, I mean, they're all still developing, and I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Speaking of liking what you're seeing, Kyle Schwarber, 5 years, $150 million. Give us your thoughts, Matthew.
Kyle Schwarber, you made my day. Let's go. I love you, Kyle Schwarber. That was some of the best news that I possibly heard ever since the Eagles lost. That was sick.
Hell yeah, man. I'm glad. Matt, what are some of your thoughts on it?
I would have loved him, but I understand. I understand.
I fear we may be having some connection issues with our friend Matthew here, but we do have 2 people, and I apologize, Matthew, if we talk over you at all. Okay.
I'm bugging out. Am I freezing? You guys are freezing.
You were freezing for a little bit. But
You were
good
freezing.
now.
I'm bugging out.
All right.
You're okay. You're okay.
Do your thing.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying to play it cool for
I'm
the
gonna talk
past
Kyle
like
Schwarber real quick.
3 minutes.
5 years, $150 million. He is 32 years old right now. He's going to be 37 at the end of this. We have 6 years remaining on both, or 7 years remaining on both Trey and Bryce, if I remember properly. That is a lot of money tied up in some very old players. And Kyle could not play the field. The Kyle Schwarber signing, I feel like, was a double-edged sword in a way where it's, if he walks, you're kind of like, oh, what the hell are you doing? Why'd you let Kyle Schwarber walk? But if you repay him, if you re-sign him to a 5-year, $150 million, you're like, you're signing a 32-year-old, but you're going to be signing on for someone for the next 5 years who doesn't necessarily, he can't play the field, can't play the outfield, can't play a position on defense. I'm Matthew jumping all over the screen. It's really, really throwing me off.
Well said.
Thank you. I just, yeah, I'm just worried. But also, if he would have went somewhere else, it would have sucked to see it. So you kind of had to,
Especially the goddamn Mets.
Yeah. In other news, Edwin Diaz signs with the LA Dodgers on a 3-year, $59 million contract.
Scary.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the most, he also had, Edwin Diaz is amazing. He has unbelievable numbers against the Phillies specifically, and so I do think that his level of dominance is a little bit biased in my head, where he does just kind of dog walk the Phillies every time for whatever reason. Matt, what are your thoughts on Edwin Diaz, though?
I mean, I don't love anyone going to LA. The rich are getting richer. Teams just like, it's too good. Someone's got to nerf him. They're not allowed to trade anymore.
They didn't trade.
They're not allowed to buy people. They're not allowed to pay any money. They got to keep it as it is. Play till they lose with the team they have right now. Play till they lose.
Matthew, what are your thoughts on Edwin Diaz, 3 years, $69 million going to the Dodgers?
Scary. You know, it's kind of like it's what the Dodgers do.
Yeah.
They're going to be raking in some of the best players. Yeah, I mean, he's not a Met anymore, so that's kind of goated.
That was my original thought.
Yeah. So that's kind of sweet. Other than that, though, still in the division, still in the league. Like, you know,
yeah,
we might see him in the playoffs if we make it. But no, yeah, I mean, you know, classic Dodgers.
Classic Goobers. No one called in. 717-803-7302. It's kind of just coming. It's no longer like even a segment of the show anymore. It's kind of just like we talk about how no one calls into our fucking phone number that we got just for you guys.
I'm disgusted.
I'm gonna break the phone in half over my knee.
Yeah.
I'm really just.
You're just being very, very cute. Everyone gives a thumbs up for Maverick. Like the video for Mavi. Before we get into the meat of the episode here, guys, I did have some gaming news for you guys if you were interested.
Rudy Giuliani?
Gaming news.
MLB The Show 2026 is adding a new setting to the game. Have either of you guys heard about this?
I'm not.
Jiggle physics.
Yes. PCI sensitivity.
Oh.
Interesting.
I like that.
Right? Okay.
I like that.
I'm excited to see how it actually turns out, obviously.
Now I can slowly move my PCI into the game.
Exactly. I was thinking about just maxing out the sensitivity and then just swinging in the middle of the zone like I normally do anyways.
Or max it out and just spin it around and a hit. That'd be cool.
That's interesting. That's crazy that's
Is
new.
it?
I feel like that should have been a thing.
That's pretty sweet.
Interesting.
Very, very sweet. Then I had a few questions, and so then I asked you guys to prepare a couple or not. Just entertain me with my questions. Do you guys have a couple that you guys want to chime in with? Please do. But if not, it's totally okay. Here's my first question for you guys. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. How many years of sub 500 ball? Insert your favorite team here. It can be football, it can be baseball. My brain goes to baseball for this. Would you trade for one ring? The Phillies got one ring in 2008, and then were a pretty good team for about 5 years after that, and then the wheels fell off, and they never quite could rebuild. And I lived through probably 5 years of just awful baseball. Not all of it sub 500, don't get me wrong, but awful baseball. It felt pointless. And that's what I'm getting at more. How many years of not just sub 500 in the sense that you're rebuilding, of pointless ball would you trade for one ring? And we can start with baseball, and we can talk about other sports if you want.
Let's say 7.
You'd go through 7 years of it?
Well, 2018 we won, and it's 2025. And it's been last year was okay. So I guess maybe
years have been good.
Maybe
for
6.
The Red Sox. They were above 500 last year.
Last year, they like to hover around 500, maybe like a game or two above it, if that. But ever since 2018, they've kind of just been a 500 team that is, I mean, it is
Right.
pointless. That's why I stopped watching. So, what I'm saying is they better win this year. I'm gonna stop watching.
Do they have to win?
That's
Do they have
valid.
to win a World Series for you to keep watching?
They have to, like, I don't know, sign a bat or like do something with their lineup for me to keep watching.
Fair.
Honestly. But I don't know. Roman Anthony.
Yeah, I was gonna say
he's
he's
worth
worth watching alone. But
Yeah.
Everyone else, maybe not.
This one's a hard one. Because, like, to go from where the Phillies are at right now
yeah,
to have to then go to sub 500 is, like, insane. Like, if we're disappointed now,
well, the
We'd be
milestones
so-
do change. Like,
yeah.
the grind is almost more fun than being at the top. I will tell you that much.
Mm-hmm.
It can be at times, at least.
Yeah.
A lot less pressure when your team really sucks, and then they have like a season,
Yeah,
and then it feels bad.
I'd say, like, 5 years.
that's
Like
fair.
5 years. Yeah. Some time to turn stuff around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Phillies GM just recently was quoted saying that he doesn't believe in windows. Like, there's no like championship window. He's just trying to keep a sustained thing running, and I don't know if that's the best idea, but it's an idea.
Okay. Kind of a little bit of a side tangent on
Yeah.
that. So when I had the news broken to me on Instagram today that Kyle Schwarber signed with the Phillies, and then I saw that Topper got an extension as well, and then right after that, it wasn't like an official source, but there was stuff about Marte from the Diamondbacks, and I kind of started to think that might be kind of gas. Don't get me wrong. We are in the instance of having a lot of old players, and having him traded would give us another old player.
But it'd be sick.
But-
as hell.
The Red Sox are
Yeah.
looking at
Yeah.
it too. I was just about to bring that
But
up.
imagine having his bat and his second base. That would be insane, because now's the time to do it. And honestly, the more I thought about it, I'm 100% on board that train. Okay?
You want Cattell in Philly?
Not if I take him.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
I'll
some
take him.
availability issues. He sits a lot of games. So I think you'd almost have to keep. No, you could get away with moving Stott in that trade and keeping Edmundo there for the off days for Cattell for sure. Yeah, I'd be in. I mean, he's awesome. He's so
Mhm.
good at like everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, adding that to the lineup would be huge. I believe he's a switch hitter, if I'm remembering properly.
And he's got some power on
Yeah.
both sides.
No.
Imagine
And-
like a Trey. I mean, Bryce will never go to the 2-hole, but like imagine a Trey, Bryce, Cattell, Kyle, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like,
It's terrifying.
oh man,
That's the thing, though, is that, like, I feel like he would. I mean, granted, we do need more bats, but we also need outfielders. I feel like kind of for both the Red Sox and the Phillies, like, he would definitely be an answer for those teams.
The Red Sox have more of an open hole at second base than the Phillies do.
Yeah.
Red Sox can kind of, like, I don't know. We've been re-signing so many of these, like, I mean, obviously the Red Sox has kind of always been, like, we've had runs where it's like, these are just, like, utility players that got put in these spots and they do well. But, like, I'm sick of, like, a platoon of 8 really bad guys just switching off every game. It's like, we need people that are good to play position. So I would love a L second or something. And this is like a side thing, but I'm really upset with the way that the whole Christian Campbell, like, we extended him for like a lot, and now he's not even in the conversation anymore.
I would
Of,
rule
like,
him out.
Being in
I
our
wouldn't rule
lineup,
him out. I think he's lost
I
a
don't
lot of
know.
confidence for sure, but I think he can gain that back. I do.
I love it. I met him. We met
It
him.
was sick as hell. Um, my next question for you guys, unless you do either of you guys want to ask a question before I get into mine?
You can do another one.
Okay. Um, I think this one's really interesting. If Shohei Ohtani retired today, would he still be the GOAT, or do when people call him the GOAT right now, are they projecting that he at least has like pedestrian stats for the remainder of his career?
I don't think he goat. I think he's already broken. I mean, obviously he's on a record. Every season there's a stat that he's breaking that's like hasn't been done since Babe Ruth or whatever. That's cool and all, but no, I think that if he retired right now, I mean he hasn't cemented that legacy yet. He needs to continue to put up numbers until he's an old man.
Okay.
And then you'll really beat
Okay.
him.
Yeah.
Matthew?
I'm kind of on the same page where it's like greatest of all time, like I think he'd be in the running for it. And like he would always be in the conversation just because of how much he has changed the game. But then also I think that's something to be in order to be greatest of all time, like it has to be prolonged. Um, you know, and like as well as championship numbers and
I mean, he has 2 of those already.
yeah, but it's like get more.
All right. All right. Here's my little spiel real quick. There is no other player in history of sports to have 4 unanimous MVPs. Ever. In the history of sports. Of American sports, at least. I doubt there is anyone with a 4 balloon d'ors, however you pronounce it. I don't think there's a... You know what I mean? 4 unanimous MVPs we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
He's won... I mean... The Silver Slugger at the DH position is a little bit iffy. He's won the Silver Slugger every season since 2021. He's been the MVP 4 of those 5 years. Cy Young runner-up once. All-Star every single one of those years. And the one year that he didn't win MVP, he was MVP 2. He is one of the greatest hitters of all time, if not the greatest hitter of all time. And on top of that is astronomical pitching too. I agree that like the greatness, like we do want to see it prolonged, but we're over an 8-year sample with injuries involved, and we're already at 52 WAR. I mean,
That's fair.
I would make the argument that he is definitively, but I do understand what you guys mean, and that's the reason why I asked the question. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, no, that is really interesting, and that's definitely a good point where it's like MVPs, especially unanimous. Like the fact that he's gotten 4, that's insane.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's he is like it is already prolonged. Because what he was his rookie year was 2018,
and then he had some injury shortened seasons. 2019 didn't play full. He had 380 at bats, and then most of the other seasons these are closer to 500 to 600 at bats. Besides 2020, which was a shortened season.
Yeah. So I mean, he's among the best players of all time.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And so then I guess my last one does kind of like loop back into this, but what sport do you think rings impact the GOAT conversation the least or the most? Because I feel like I can get into my opinion real quick if you guys want me to, just so you guys think it on. I feel like basketball for a very long time was like number one. Like, just if you have more rings, you're the GOAT. but that conversation I feel has changed over the years. But I don't see much conversation. I don't know. I just feel like I personally think that baseball, people don't hold team wins into the conversation as much. Like, you don't hear about the championships of Babe Ruth. I don't think, at least.
That's fair. Yeah.
I feel like I might be uneducated, I guess, when I say this, but at least maybe like soccer, football. Is that like a big thing? Or like I feel like I can think of a lot of great players that might not have won like every single year that they played, but like they're like among the greatest players to people who are like mechanically.
I feel like it is a pretty big thing in soccer. Especially with people's arguments of like Ronaldo versus Messi. And I think when you bring soccer into it, there's so many different leagues that you're looking at, as well as so many different championships. So it's like, I feel like it definitely is a very big part of soccer in that regards.
Yeah, I think, yeah, it's huge in soccer, and like certain leagues championships are obviously weighted more than others in different conversations and all of that. And yeah, like where do you hold a Champions League final in comparison to a World Cup final, and where do you hold yeah, that's very true. I guess that's club versus international, which is very different, but
yeah, but still like different stages.
Where do you hold a Champions League versus a Europa League like championship and everything like that?
Yeah.
But that was really all the questions I had for you guys. I appreciate you guys entertaining my whimsy.
I have a fun little hypothetical.
Okay.
So what if steroids or like PEDs were not taboo or like against the rules, but rather encouraged? What if it was like a known thing that, oh, you're going to be a pro athlete? Yeah, you're chroming up, all right? And this could be either baseball or just all sports in general, because like all sports kind of opens it up to so many different things. But like it like when I was thinking of this, it definitely reminded me of Cyberpunk, where like everybody's like augmenting themselves and shit. But yeah, I was just like, how would that change the game of any game?
I mean,
I think
no, go.
I was gonna say I think that I mean I'm just thinking in terms of baseball, just off the thing. I think we would get like these guys are really juicing. I think we would get like some of the craziest 5 years before they all like died from their steroid usage.
I think we'd see kind of an extended version of what's going on right now with not even what's going on right now, but at least with the pitching side of things, things would get crazy. Things would get nuts. I mean, we're already talking 103, 104s. We'd be seeing 107s. Like, we'd be seeing some insane stuff, adding extra muscle to some of these guys that are already jacked throwing baseballs.
Yeah.
And same with, the injuries would just pile on top of itself over and over again. But, yeah, I mean, go back and look at some of those old seasons. I mean, they used to hit those things far.
Yeah. No, it'd be wild. Like, just imagine sitting in the outfield just freaking catching balls all game, because not a single one lands in the field.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't even be doing much catching.
Yeah.
The race for who hit the most home runs would be absurd.
It'd be like...
And everyone would be bald.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm in.
I'm in. Yeah, that'd be wild. That'd be absolutely wild.
What if the Phillies came back next year and they're just all bald?
Did you see that the Yankees revised their facial hair policy again?
I think it's lame as hell that they got rid of it in the first place. I think it's lame that it exists, but it's 2025. You don't get to take it away now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because they love old things.
They love old things.
if you're a Yankees fan,
So old timey.
you love old things. Like you're just loving everything.
Really?
Yeah.
I love old stuff.
Yankees fans just love old stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they just love it. Like they're really into like tradition and like old stuff.
Yeah, that's why the Red Sox hate it.
Yeah.
We hate old stuff. A good take. Not enough people talk about that.
Exactly. Honestly, Yankees fans, they're something else.
They just love old stuff.
They do. Think about it. All right, here's a hypothetical. We talked about him earlier. But what if Philly landed Shohei Ohtani?
Oh, back when the...
What if we shelled out the cash and Shohei came to Philly? What do you think the team looks like? Where do you think we're at? Do we win the World Series?
Probably not, because we're us still. Yeah, see, we were reportedly in those conversations when they were happening. I just like never once, like it was never gonna happen. I don't know, like it. I can't even picture it, to be completely honest. He just doesn't like. He was not going to be a Philly, and I'm sorry to poop all over your questions, Matthew, but
no, it's fine.
I just like for some reason I don't even have a mental image of it. I couldn't tell you what that would change because I don't know how the Phillies would even manage an $800 million contract. We don't have the same capital that the Dodgers have.
That's fair.
I think that a team is not. I mean, it's a team. One guy can't do it all.
Yeah.
And like Shohei Ohtani raking 50 home runs doesn't matter if Nick Castellanos can't catch a fly ball.
Well, hopefully he wouldn't be there then in that situation because we'd have to shed some salary. We can be paying Nick Castellanos $20 million a year if we got.
That's gotta go to Shohei.
Hey, if he wouldn't have gone to LA, he never would have gotten caught gambling. That should have been our pitch to him. We should have gone in there and said, "Hey, Shohei, come to Philly. You can gamble here."
You're allowed to gamble. Quite frankly, you're allowed. That's it.
Hell's yeah, as they say.
I'm saying that.
Goober of the week. Who you guys got?
Matt, tell him.
Matt.
Cut this. Cut it. I don't know.
Kyle Schwarber.
You say something?
Kyle Schwarber! He made my day, Kyle Schwarber.
5 more years of Kyle Schwarber hitting dingers in Philadelphia. It's a happy day. It's a confusing day. Don't know how to feel about today. Congrats to him, though. I was curious if either of you guys had anything to leave our lovely listeners with this week, or if that's all we got for these losers.
I got one more question.
Please.
I mean, I doubt this will ever happen, but obviously so much floating around, potential trades, trade packages, things that could happen. Where are you guys if Andrew Painter gets moved and you guys get someone looking like a Jarren Duran potentially?
No. Andrew Painter is a hard no for me. I don't want anything that starts with our top 2 prospects. I don't think you should do anything with Miller or Painter whatsoever.
I would say Miller and Painter, don't touch them. And also don't want Jarren Duran.
Yeah, don't want Jarren Duran. I think, all right. It's at the end of the episode, so we can say some somewhat controversial stuff, right?
If you want.
No one listens.
I mean, you say it anyways.
It's true. I don't give a shit about Jaron Duran being mentally unwell because this is a very vanilla take for us. I know this. I know you guys know this. So I'm not preaching to you guys, but you don't get to perpetuate hate against someone and then be like, "Hey, I have feelings too." That's not how that works. Like, he never once made a statement actually like acknowledging the damage that like the use of a slur. Like, it's unbelievable. And just every time you turn on a broadcast of the Red Sox, all they could talk about is he's actually really open about his mental health struggles. Oh yeah, he actually talks about it.
I think that would be a positive impact given he didn't do what he did. But at the same time, I feel like the penalty that he got for it, like a 3-game suspension or something, is very indicative of the people in the league, the people that run these teams, and the fact that, I mean, we saw him do it. We heard him do it. He's at the plate. You can't be saying stuff like that. But every single guy in every single one of the clubhouses is saying 100%. The same things, which is just the unfortunate thing, which is like clear why he only gets a 3-game suspension because they're like, it's nothing to them.
And all of his friends in the dugout were laughing about it. Like, oh, you got caught. Like, oh, I can't believe you did. You know, like that's obviously the vibe about it. But you don't get to say, woe is me, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to bleep that. But
yeah, it's like if the person was like, I don't know, saying something like actually hurtful, but also he said a slur. And it's like,
that's the thing. Like if he turned around and said, fuck you, shut up, I'd like him. I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah, no, like why not just do that? Like, I feel like that makes you, because then if you defend yourself with the, oh, like that's really personal to me, XYZ, yeah, like anybody would be behind you. Like, if you turn around and defend yourself and tell the person to fuck off, like, yeah, you're a cool guy. No, you didn't say that. No. Like, you said something completely different. Like, so, you know,
it's interesting. All so bad, but I don't know. That whole thing when that happened, it was like, I hate being.
Well, no, you're a Boston fan, so you love that stuff.
Yeah, you love that type of stuff.
No, just because I'm in Massachusetts does not mean that I am a Bostonian, which is a very, very clear line. And there are some good ones, but the fact that his jersey sales spiked 300% after he said that is like,
that's insane.
Across the league too. It's not just Boston. Not. Like, people are like, hell yeah. And it's like, people are hateful. Baseball fans, I mean, it's just rooted in, unfortunately, kind of a bad culture.
Let's make baseball cool.
We're trying, man. No one's listening.
Yeah, no one's listening. Man.
All right, gentlemen. And all our lovely listeners. It's been absolutely wonderful. I hope everyone has a lovely, lovely rest of their day. We will see you next Thursday on the dot. Leave a comment down at the stairs. Let us know what you thought of the episode this week. If you have any cool questions for us, fire them off down there. We'll answer them either on the next episode or in the comments. Peace and love. Sleep tight. Thanks, guys.
Please call us. Please. 717-717-7777.